Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing an exciting review and comparison of the Peaches and Cream Barbie reproduction from 2025.
No!
When this doll was announced, I was very excited. I think it was even before I purchased my 2009 Peaches and Cream Barbie reproduction from an antique mall. And I even contemplated, I was like, you know, should I be purchasing this?
Yes!
They actually are incredibly quite different. And I was not expecting that. But today we are going to be doing a review of all of the Peaches and Cream Barbie that I have. I have 7 in total.
Oh, gee, would you like a medal or a chest to pin it on?
But they're not all complete. I've only got one complete one, and we're going to do a comparison between the complete one with the 2009 reproduction and of course the 2025 reproduction. And we'll even take a little look-see at the Peaches and Cream American Girl Barbie. When I was a child, I remember seeing Peaches and Cream at a flea market, and she was in a big Ziploc bag, still in the box, filled with a bunch of 1980s Barbies. Now, I'm not too sure if this was at a time when the prices started to spike and go up, but I do recall looking at her and being like,
the woman was too stunned to speak.
Later on, I went to another antique mall. This one was indoors, and they had a loose Peaches and Cream Barbie. To be honest, I don't think she actually was Peaches and Cream Barbie. I think she was probably Magic Moves or somebody like that, but she did have the outfit, and I remember playing with the outfit, you know, and going swish, 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 swish.
I beg your pardon, are you ill?
Because it was such a swishy, pretty dress. I didn't get her either because she was very expensive.
Diamonds on my neck, on my wrist.
But I still played with her. When I saw the 2009 version, whenever she came out, I was like, oh, I want her so bad. But I didn't get her. There was a lot of other dolls at that time that I was really trying to prioritize and get. And it was my friend Maria who actually gifted me a 2009 reproduction Peaches and Cream Barbie. And I played with her and I loved her so much. But whenever I made my move down when I was 20 years old to Florida, I had no money to do it. So I had to sell her, and I repurchased her last year. And there is a video on my channel of that, even though it's probably not the best. It's one of my earlier ones. But today it's so exciting for me because I've been collecting Barbie off and on for probably like 15 years now, and Peaches and Cream has always been a doll that I like cherished so deeply, and she just has the perfect touch. I really feel like Peaches and Cream Barbie is such an iconic Barbie because she was used in a lot of marketing at that time. She was very popular and she was sold for a number of years. I think she was sold until 1986. So without further much ado, let's get into today's video. And before we do a review of the reproduction from 2025, I think we need to look at an original so that way we can get a better understanding and a better grip of what we're looking for in a reproduction. What exactly makes a Peaches and Cream Barbie so special? Let's get into today's video.
Here's new Peaches and Cream Barbie. We girls can have that peachy glow, right, Barbie? Peaches and Cream Barbie. We can shiver, we can flow, change around so long and luscious, great so many ways. Please don't rush us. Are you beautiful or what? We girls can do anything, right, Barbie? Peaches and Cream Barbie doll comes with everything you see here. New from Mattel.
So here is the icon herself, Peaches and Cream Barbie. So this is what this doll would have come with. She would have come, just as shown, she would have come with a white hairbrush, a white comb, and some hair accessories that were like blow molded into these beautiful like peach blossom designs. I've got one, it's a hair pick in her hair. It's so pretty. See, you just like put that right wherever you want it. And she also came with a top, and so the top was used to decide what we should do with her boa. The boa is like the play feature here. So let me start off by saying that I know it is a stole and not a boa. But here I am misgendering this poor stole as a boa. I am so sorry to the stole community, but it's gonna happen again. So take a drink every time I mistake it for a boa. And by the end of this video, you might be very hydrated.
Well, I am never coming back to this place again.
And you can see it like has it in many different ways. And then on the front side, you could say where she's going to. Is she going on a cruise, for a drive, you know, a party, ballet? And then she has her calendar here, which you can see Tracy and Todd, Ken, Skipper. So, you know, everything that was going on in Barbie's world at that time. And she also came with an instruction manual, which is so beautiful. Check that out. And it shows you all that she comes with. There we go. So what to wear. So that's going to include all the boa pieces. And then where to go. So in the instructions, you can see that it gives you a pretty good idea of all the styles you can execute with this boa. And there are very many, as you can see. So beautiful. Look at that one in the back. Miss Big Booty Judy. They got Barbara out here looking like a Pixar mom.
Cheeky.
And then we have her glamorous hairstyles. So it's telling you what to do and how to do Barbie's hair. And that, my friends, is what the Peaches and Cream Barbie doll comes with. So this was actually a gift given to me by Liz, my friend. But I have her shoes rubber banded down, but they are peach colored vacuum pumps. And this is a Philippines example. In a minute, I'll show you a Taiwan example. But there's her beautiful face. I find that the Philippines examples have thicker hair rooting patterns than what the Taiwan versions do, which is why I like them. But she would have come with the superstar jewelry. So beautiful. And then, of course, the boa, the main play feature. But check out that hair. That is just like beautiful saran. It is gorgeous. Now this doll was given to me just like this. I really didn't do any work to her. She was hardly played with, if at all. She has all of her original pieces. She's just so gorgeous. And we'll take the boa off so we can check her out. So this boa, it is the play feature. It is the moment. And it comes, you know, snaps on and off, like so. And it has different snaps all around it. So you can make the boa as long as you want or as short as you want. See, there's a snap on here as well. This doll is just a really beautiful doll. Like, this is when Mattel just does it right. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's just gorgeous. So let's use the top and decide what kind of look we're going to do with our Peaches and Cream Barbie. So this is like the unclear part. I don't know exactly like what signifies like what you're going to do, but we're just going to spin it and decide with our finger what look she's going to have. Looks like it's going to be this look here. Which if we go on our instruction manual, I believe that that is this look right here. So it says place stole over shoulder and down one side. So we are going to do exactly as the instruction says, and we are going to place the stole over one shoulder. And I'm just going to loop it around, maybe twice. There we go. And then have it going down one side. Okay, there you go. We have it over one shoulder and going down one side. So now let's decide on where Barbie's going. So here we have the top again, and we're going to place the other one right on top of it. And we are going to spin, and we're going to use our finger to decide where Barbie is going to go. she's gonna go on a cruise.
I hear that's how she died.
So let's talk about variations. This Peaches and Cream Barbie is not the only Peaches and Cream Barbie version I have. I also have some other variations. Like for instance, I have this one that was made in Taiwan. Now she's wearing a twice as nice fashion, but look at her face. She is Peaches and Cream Barbie, but this is Taiwan, this is Philippines. They're night and day whenever it comes to skin tone and face paint and even a hair rooting pattern. There's also one that was made in Malaysia. I would consider her to be the latest one in production. She also came with wide toes instead of the sculpted toes. But that's not all. Those leftover dolls were sent to Maba, a collaboration Mattel had with Bandai, and they used leftover Peaches and Cream Barbies and dressed them in Oscar de la Renta and overstock 80s Barbie outfits. They repackaged them simply as American Barbie because in the 80s in Japan, Barbie looked a lot different than what she looked like here in the States. Even the Philippines vary from Philippines to Philippine edition, but no matter the variation that you have in this doll, she simply is so beautiful. Another thing too, like a fun note, this right here is the Philippines version of the little peach flowerette that you have wrapped around her skirt, which you could also wrap in her hair. But the Taiwan version looks a little bit more like this, as you can see. They're night and day, but the doll I did put it on is actually another Philippines version. And as you can see, they look pretty different. But now that we've taken a brief look at Peaches and Cream Barbie and gotten to see what she's exactly about, let's look at the 2009 reproduction side by side.
No. Wow, that was emphatic.
As you can see, as we do a 360, that they are pretty night and day when it comes to faces. But you know what? She still gives the Peaches and Cream Barbie aesthetic. She is done really well. One thing this Barbie does not come with is the top. She does not come with the calendar, and she also does not come with the instruction book. However, this Barbie does actually come with something pretty cool. This Barbie came with a pamphlet of Barbie fashions at the time that would have also come with my Peaches and Cream Barbie from 1984, which is really cool. And she also came with trading cards. So we've got Peaches and Cream, we've got Barbie in her daybed, we have Crystal Barbie and Ken, which this is another iconic Barbie that I'm surprised I've not touched yet. Probably sometime soon, I bet. She did come with reproductions of the comb and the brush, but she also did come with reproductions of the hair picks, hair combs, and the barrettes. So even though she doesn't have like the same play features, quote unquote, as this doll, as far as like the instructions and the top, she still does have all of those play value factors built into her costume. Just as the original Barbie, this Barbie also has snaps on the back of her dress, for which you could snap on and snap off this boa and give her a totally new and different and complete look. Now this happens to be one of my niece's favorite Barbies, and if I can find the video I took of her playing with the Peaches and Cream Barbie, then I'll put it in this video. She calls this Barbie Pretty Barbie, and that is no mistake. Every time that she comes over, she asks for Pretty Barbie, and this is the Barbie that she's talking about. Something though that I'm noticing having them side by side is just the variation in material. So this doll's dress is made of nylon tricot, and it has like this pressed kind of like acrylic-y top that looks like crystallized rocks. This doll's dress is also made of nylon tricot, and it also has the same kind of material. However, this nylon tricot is much more lush feeling. It's much softer, and this one is not as soft and not as vibrant. They took the Taiwan version of the flower belt. The crystallized portion of the bodice does not look as shiny as this one's over here in the original example. Another thing too is I feel like she kind of resembles more of a Taiwan version than what she does the Philippines version, and her hair rooting pattern is much more condensed than the original Barbies here from the 80s. But now that we've gotten to take a look at these two, I think that it's time to look at the new reproduction from 2025. And here we have the 2025 Peaches and Cream Barbie reproduction. So let's do a 360 of this box. And you all have to tell me what you think of this box. I could take it or leave it because I am going to open her. However, like I didn't really like how AI, it kind of looks like, I know it actually has a designer, but like it's giving some major AI vibes. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It says Peaches and Cream. She says, elegant as a peach blossom. One of the most beloved dolls of the superstar era is back, celebrating her graceful debut in 1985. Peaches and Cream Barbie is a nostalgic tribute to the glamour of her 40th anniversary. The doll stays authentic to the original in her flowery, peach-colored gown. The breathtaking dress features a pearly white bodice and a dark peach puff at the waist to enhance the glam look. A complimentary stole adds drama to her captivating style with multiple layers of ruffles. With matching heels, diamond-like jewelry, and cascading hair, Barbie is pretty in peach and ready for her comeback. But like, where did Barbie go? Is this them confirming Barbie's been gone forever?
Yes!
But there's her face. So maybe I'm crazy, but like I'm kind of feeling like she looks like a reproduction of the reproduction.
Scandalous!
There's something a little off about her. I can't really put my finger on it, but we're gonna have to see her out of the box. But there it is right there. There's the bottom. And there's the top. Let's go ahead and get this Barbie doll open. Also, to let you know, I did order the African American version as well. Don't know where she's at. She went MIA. And also, big shout out to Lotus Blossom Dolls. That's my best friend Hallie's channel, and she actually ordered this for me because I was at work working and I wasn't allowed to be on my phone at that time. So thank you, Hallie, for helping a girl out. There she is. Check that out. There she is on the card. Like, she's not bad. She's actually quite cute. She's very pretty. Wow, did they do a good job? Perhaps. Here's her certificate of authenticity, which I never really tend to keep these. There is the stand. Here is the certificate of authenticity. We've got the little clip for the waist in the base. Okay, here she is out of the box. And my first impressions, honestly, I'm a mixed bag of emotions right now, and I will tell you, this happens to be one of the best reproductions, but also one of the worst as far as it goes whenever it comes to cost cutting measures. So let's do 360 and then we'll talk all about it, okay? First of all, this doll is gorgeous. This Barbie is so gorgeous. Opening her out of the box, I noticed one thing. Something is different about her body. She is not the typical superstar reproduction doll. She's not. She actually has a more accurate body to the 1980s and 1977 Superstar Barbie doll that Mattel has ever released in a reproduction. I mean, even this doll, the older reproduction right here, has a more 1990s aesthetic going on as far as the body goes, like from head to toe. Like she's more 90s than what she is 80s. This doll right here is 1980s. She is on a authentic 1980s Barbie body, and we'll take a closer look at it in a minute. Her face is gorgeous. It really is so beautiful. The jewelry is great. It is. It does feel a little bit hard, however, like it's made out of resin, but it's great. It's nice to have it. The bodice is not as like textured as the other ones. Like this one, it's more crystallized like the original one, which the 2009 one, at least my example, is lacking, but it's not as like textured as the 2009 and 1984 Peaches and Cream Barbie. Like it's a little bit more on the smoother side. Another thing too that I noticed, they decided to sew on the straps by sewing them from here, going all around the bodice to right here, which was a unique decision because that is not how it is on an original. The hair rooting pattern is different. She has more of what is like a Malibu Barbie thatch, like where it's literally two sections of hair just like parted down the middle. So like there's no like cross thatching at all in her thatch line, which, you know, it's fine. It doesn't give like an authentic like 1980s feel because they were like so heavily thatched, and some of their thatching like honestly didn't make any sense. But she is super pretty, I will say. So let's get on to the bad. The doll's dress, it's pretty. Is it accurate? No. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of sad because they only gave us one boa. So the Peaches and Cream Barbie, as I showed you before, had two boas. This is just one of them. And I don't even think it's the longest one. It's just this one. There's no like second boa at all, which I was expecting that because I was thinking to myself, I was like, just watch. She's not gonna have all boas. She's gonna have one, and it's gonna be the shorter one, and it is. But another thing too, I thought that perhaps they would do it a little bit more accurate on the snaps, but the snaps on this doll are white plastic. They're not metal like the original snaps, and even on the reproduction, the first reproduction I should say, they're the white plastic snaps, which I personally like. I don't mind. I think like aesthetically it does look better. But personally, like as far as like reproduction goes, but for me personally, it does take some points off as far as like her overall score, that and the stole. But let's take a closer look at what really made me super happy to see, and that is her body. Here I have two examples in front of you. I have the 2025 Peaches and Cream Barbie reproduction, and then I have the most recent Superstar Barbie reproduction over here on the right. Take a look at them. Look at the body. Notice anything different? I know a lot of the Superstar Barbie fans will notice this Superstar Barbie body that she has right here is more one kin to the 90s. You can see the perma panties on her, as well as this arm, which is like for some reason like purposely bent, and this one's like bent up in a weird formation. And then we go on to the legs, where they are the wide toes. They're not the defined toes, and also the legs don't really, they bend, but they don't bend as much, and they permanently like to be like in a more bent stance. Let's look at this new Barbie's body. Look at the arms. They are more kin to Superstar Barbies. And then look, no perma panties. Hermit panties became a thing in the 90s because people were outraged that a teacher Barbie did not have on underwear, which she most likely should have. But you also like shouldn't be looking up any girl's dress, but you know, maybe that's just me. And look at that. This is the first reproduction Barbie of a Superstar era doll that has the defined toes. And watch. A classic bend and snap. That is just remarkable to me. And I know that I know that this should not be remarkable to me because I mean, look behind you. You see like a bunch of Superstar era dolls, and I mean, they go all the way up. That should not really stun me whenever it comes to a Barbie release, but it does because they made a stride to do better. And I think that that is wonderful. So although this doll may not come with all the things that the original doll came with and even the reproduction, she did come with a more accurate type of body. And that to me is worth its weight in gold because that was my one complaint about the Superstar era Barbie reproductions. It's just like they never really felt authentic, but this doll somehow does. Like I hold her in my hands, I play with the legs, and I'm like, wow, this actually is a great representation of a 1980s Barbie. Now, is she perfect? No, she's not perfect, but I think it's a stride for the better, in my opinion, and I'm really excited for any other Superstar era dolls that they decide to reproduce, especially if they start using this body. While this doll is undressed, let's just take a look at her fashion and accessories. First of all, love the fact that she came with accurate vacuum pump spike pump shoes. Love that. They are more of a peachy tone than the original ones I have on my original, but they are so cute. They first put out this mold in the 80s, and then they replaced it with the wide-toed pumps that are more quintessential with Barbie collectors nowadays. They were debuted in the late 80s and were used throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. And even the other reproduction, like I'll show you, she does not have the proper shoes. She has on the Sparkle Eyes Barbie shoes, and they're like of a spike shoe, but they're not this spike shoe. See the difference? But one thing that they are is they are a more accurate color to the original. She does have the same little rosette peach blossom that you can tie around her hair or put around her waist or, you know, around her neck. You can mix and match it if you feel like it. It's made of nylon tricot. We have her dress, which, in case you're wondering and you're on eBay and you're like, how do I know I got an authentic dress? The reproductions dresses will have a genuine Barbie fashion tag in them. The original fashion does not have any tag. It has no tag, no label. But there's its construction. All the layers of nylon tricot in there, and then we have another layer of nylon tricot. Nothing is hemmed, but the original was not hemmed either. Gives it a very floaty look. And then we have the white plastic snaps, which I saw this right here, look. This one was never sewn all the way down like it's supposed to be, which is very unfortunate considering this is an expensive doll. And then we have just one boa, and each side has a snap, white plastic snap, which you could have it like this, or you could snap it on her bodice in the back, and then have it any way that the boa's length will allow. And again, like there's some questionable like construction, like right here, like why? I don't know. Maybe it's to prevent this bodice from ripping down the middle. I know a lot of the original bodices, like if you find them, sometimes they're ripped right down the middle. So maybe they were doing that as preventative, or maybe it's just a different material altogether, which it kind of feels like it. So they did that just in case. So, I mean, good if they did it just in case. It's just a very, looks like there's a dirt spot there. It's interesting.
Everything happens to me. I think I'm cursed.
But let's go ahead and get this back on the doll, and then we'll do a comparison of the 2009 doll. Here are the two reproductions standing side by side together. And honestly, this is really up for you to decide as a collector. Which one would you choose? Each of them comes with different things. This one, in my opinion, is more accurate by costume. It has some of the original play features like barrettes, hair combs, brush, two boas that connect together so that you can create her different styles. And she's a very pretty doll. However, this doll right here comes with a newer, updated, more vintage type of body with more accurate shoes. And that leads me to ask you, the collector, which one would you choose? Would you choose one for a better body, or would you choose one for more accurate pieces? As you can see, like, this is from when Barbie's quality was top-notch, you know, and this is from today's quality era in Barbie, where, you know, you really are asking for a lot whenever it comes to getting a doll made of nice quality.
Girl, the shade of it all.
But thankfully, even though she is quite a price, this doll does have some very nice quality. She does have saran hair, and it's a little bit more lighter golden than what the originals is. It's a little bit longer too, which is nice. But again, another thing, it has a small boa. It's not as nice of a boa. But if you are only able to get one and you were able to get the new one, I think you should be quite pleased. I think she's a nice enough reproduction. I think she gets the job done.
Can we talk?
That's if, of course, you've never had an original. If you were to go and spend $60, why not invest it in an original? Although I would have liked to have seen the two boas going on, so that way you could still have the same kind of fun playing around with her. I'm really excited to put her in some fashions from the 1980s because I think she would model them quite well, and she is a quite beautiful doll. Another Peaches and Cream doll that Mattel made recently is this American Girl Peaches and Cream Barbie, which I know I've shown American Girl and Barbie collaborations before on this channel, and this is just another one. And you can see that same photo, except now it's just a dress. I know some of you have said before in the past about like your disdain in American Girl and Barbie collaborations, like, period. But I do think that she's a really nice doll, and she was a gift from Lotus Blossom Dolls. Again, my best friend Hallie, who knows the importance of Peaches and Cream and me in my collecting journey. But I am actually really happy to have this version of a Peaches and Cream Barbie because it just shows the versatility in the line itself. And again, I think she's really pretty.
Lesbian.
At the end of the day, they are all trying to reproduce something that was so magical in so many children's childhood. They're trying to recreate a moment in time where Barbie was fantasy, glamour, and beauty all wrapped up into one. And I'm very happy that they attempted to do so. You guys have to let me know what you all think down below of this modern reproduction of a classic. This reproduction is a really nice reproduction, like as a doll wise. But as far as being true to the original fashion and gimmick, it is not that. First of all, I don't understand a $60 price tag whenever it comes to a doll like this. They cut almost nearly every single corner whenever it came to this reproduction. We got plastic snaps when there should have been metal snaps. Only one stole when there should have been two, and they decided to give us the smallest one of the two. She's missing her hairbrush, her hair comb, barrettes, hair picks. The detail work around her just really seems to be bare for $60. use for me personally. I am very happy about the reproduction body. I think it looks really well, and I hope they do continue to use it in the future. But in my opinion, when you start to strip away details from a reproduction doll, you're kind of messing with the magic that made the doll great to begin with. And for $60, that magic should have been included in this box. Love is in the details, Mattel, and yes, I know you are watching. So do better. I love you.
There now. Are we all lit?
I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you like this video, please leave a like down below, leave a comment, let me know how you're doing, and share with all your friends. It really helps with the algorithm, which helps me make more videos like this for you in the future. I am here for you every single week, or I try to be, and I have some very exciting things coming your way in the future. So I hope you stay tuned, stay subscribed, and as always, stay fabulous. Bye-bye.
Here's Peaches and Cream Barbie doll. Data and I Ken doll so separately. Gorgeous.
We girls can glow from head to toe, right, Barbie?
Peaches and Cream Barbie. Long luscious doll. What a dream. All peaches and cream. We girls can do anything, right, Barbie? Peaches and Cream Barbie doll comes with change around stroll and everything you see here. Ken doll sold separately from Mattel.